Brainy Wave presents 20 signs you may have high-functioning depression. Depression can show itself in unexpected ways. While some people with depression may find it challenging to step out of bedroom, others can function normally while also smiling and taking care of their responsibilities. When you portray an appearance of happiness, success, and accomplishment while internally experiencing unhappiness, conflict, and thoughts of inadequacy, the condition, also known as smiling depression, occurs. Because high-functioning depression is uncommon, some people may be surprised to discover that they are actually exhibiting depressive symptoms. You should absolutely be aware of the following warning signs if you have this frequently hidden health issue. Here are 20 important signs of high-functioning depression. Number 1. Having other health problems. Stress and strain caused by underlying medical illnesses like diabetes or cancer can result in depression. However, depression can decrease your immune system, leaving you more susceptible to illness. Aches and pains are another physical manifestation of high-functioning depression. It could be that you have sore shoulders, lunchtime headaches, or general pain that just won't go away. Even though these symptoms might not be as severe as those of serious depression, they nonetheless prevent you from being joyful and fully living your life. Number 2. Sense of misunderstanding. People with high-functioning depression frequently feel misunderstood since they don't behave in the way that most depressed people do. You typically carry out daily activities including keeping a home, a job, and a supposedly fulfilling social life. But what's happening inwardly differs from what other people observe outside. Number 3. Feeling of uncomfortable with stability. People with high-functioning depression feel uncomfortable when they are steady. Simply said, they feel uncomfortable with something that is too wonderful. If you find fault with things all the time, take that as a warning since, in the end, you might ruin your own life, relationships, and even career. Number 4. Always doubting the past and future. People with high-functioning depression may be unable to stop second-guessing their actions and how they may impact their future. These could include things like selecting the appropriate school, career, romantic partner, etc. When you have high-functioning depression, it might be difficult to stop worrying and you may constantly second-guess your choices. Number 5. Utilizing coping mechanisms. High-functioning depression patients frequently use coping mechanisms to take the edge off. You may have a problem if your coping skills are becoming overly dependent. Although binge-watching TV episodes may seem harmless enough, if you're doing it every night to escape from reality, it may be an indication that you're dealing with more serious problems. The same holds true for binging on video games or abusing drugs and alcohol. Number 6. Having trouble on concentration. People with high-functioning depression may have brain fog, often known as a foggy head, or a lack of attention. You can struggle to stay attentive and involved at work, in class, at home, or in social situations. For instance, you can lose focus while a friend is sharing a story or experience difficulty focusing at work. And while this might be alright if it just occurs infrequently, if the feeling persists, you should pay attention to it. Number 7. Having anger-related problems. Everyone has the right to experience the occasional mood swing or fit of irritability. However, people with high-functioning depression frequently lose control more quickly than other people when it comes to emotions and fury. This is a result of repressed feelings, or what professionals refer to as bottling things up. If you don't address your emotions or underlying issues, you may release all of them when something triggers you, often at the wrong moments. Number 8. Worried about trivial things. Someone with a high-functioning depression typically finds that minor things that formerly affected them only somewhat are suddenly challenging to live with. Things that in the past didn't seem as serious, like losing your keys, having your grocery bag break, or missing the train, now become too much to handle. You might have high-functioning depression if you struggle to cope with even the smallest pressures in life. Number 9. They overdo everything. Those with high-functioning depression don't understand what a middle ground is when it comes to everything in life, including eating, drinking, working, studying, etc. Instead, they overdo most things and do everything to the extreme. However, just like gambling, alcohol, or drug usage, this might potentially develop into a horrifying, terrible habit. Number 10. Extremely impulsive behavior. Many persons with high-functioning depression find it challenging to truly experience joy. Many will take excessive measures in an effort to feel or experience any emotion at all in order to overcome this. This might be as basic as obtaining a tattoo or piercing to experience pain, or it can be as complex as engaging in dangerous and unlawful behavior to experience adrenaline. It's a sign of a greater problem if you find yourself trying to ruin your life with extreme activities and events. Number 11. No social involvement. High-functioning depression can substantially degrade a person's quality of life and sap their excitement for family, friends, and even social activities, even while it may not leave a person devastated and hopeless. One of the first warning indications may be a change in social activity. If you have high-functioning depression, you might still go to work and communicate with coworkers, but you might stop going out with friends outside of the office and start making up reasons for it. You might experience some isolation, which frequently causes connections to grow distant. Number 12. Difficult to enjoy full happiness. It's common to occasionally feel sad or grieve because emotions are a normal part of life. Even though persons with high-functioning depression occasionally experience joy, they don't give themselves the opportunity to do so fully. If you used to like certain interests, pursuits, or objectives but over time they started to weigh you down rather than make you happy, it's a clue that something isn't right. Additionally, you can experience desensitization in circumstances that ordinarily elicit emotion or unexplainably depressed feelings in circumstances that would otherwise be seen as cheerful. Number 13. Often changes in sleeping pattern. Sleep is impacted by high-functioning depression as well. Sleeping too much and having trouble falling asleep are two examples of disturbances in sleep patterns. Something more severe may be going on if you know before turning on the lights that you'll have trouble falling asleep, or if you get 10 hours of sleep every night but still have trouble staying awake at work. Additionally, very real, depression naps are bad for both productive ity and mental health. Sleeping to escape from reality can be an undesirable coping method for emotions, acting as a sort of defense. Number 14. Always try to be perfect. People with high-functioning depression find it extremely difficult to accept mediocrity, much like with an inability to unwind and distress. They have unreasonably high expectations, and in trying to meet them all, they exhaust themselves and, inadvertently, tear themselves down. When you have high-functioning depression, you frequently feel that you aren't accomplishing enough, which leads you to berate yourself and your level of productivity. Number 15. They overthink everything, no matter how big or little the event. People with high-functioning depression have a tendency to overthink everything. This is a result of the ongoing self-doubt that these people experience on a daily basis. High-functioning depression causes you to frequently second-guess everything you do. Overanalyzing is a vicious circle that can even result in emotional and mental breakdowns. Number 16. They take stress about time. Overachievers who are continually stressed out about time are frequently those with high-functioning depression. The amount of time needed to complete a task, time invested in activities that might not be worthwhile, as well as the time required to finish a never-ending list of additional chores. If you have high-functioning depression, analyzing your time likely extends beyond task-oriented activities as well. You even worry about how much time you spend on the happier aspects of life, such hobbies or leisure pursuits. Number 17. They find inability to relax. High-functioning depression individuals are aware that when they pause, even for a split second, melancholy takes over. Because of this, many of them are always moving or engaged in activity. If you have high-functioning depression, you will find it difficult to relax or be still, and you will go to any lengths to avoid it. Number 18. They feel sad, but don't know why, even for unexplainable causes. Everyone occasionally has periods of depression. However, if you frequently feel depressed and are unsure of why, it may be an indication of high-functioning depression. Even if it might not be enough to keep you in bed or interfere with your everyday activities, it might make you feel heavy and completely exhaust you. Number 19. You feel exhausted. Having high-functioning depression can be mentally and physically draining. Interruptions to sleep patterns can lead to spells of sleeplessness and oversleeping. It may be quite difficult to get through the day and have significantly less overall energy. The amount of energy needed to finish tasks and deal with unfavorable mental patterns can be draining. It can also be exhausting to put on a smiling face when you're feeling down. Number 20. Irritability is an issue. Your reactions might be extreme. An apparently minor problem can appear to be very significant. It's possible to get upset over something minor and struggle to let it go. Even though you might be able to appear in control most of the time, you might suddenly lose control. When you are experiencing high-functioning depression, things that have never troubled you before can quickly become a source of irritation. Of course, this list cannot determine whether you have high-functioning depression. That can only be determined by a qualified medical specialist. But if you recognize these signs, it should help you to understand what you might be going through. How do you feel? Have any of these signs bothered you? How did you handle them? Share your story in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with friends so we can make more videos. Click the subscribe button to see more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell.